Hello, welcome back to my channel. Fancy seeing y'all here again. It's a little bit later. I just uploaded my reaction to the latest Amberlynn Reid video, as well as giving my thoughts on the whole Instagram Q&A, her latest TikTok, and her live stream update that I got from Salty Crab. We are back. This time around, we are going to react to Beck Kinda Reacts. First compilation. This should be interesting. I'm quite excited. So let's just get into it, shall we?
Hey guys, I am back with a different video than I was expecting to make. I was going to be making a video about the cryptids from Wendy Goon's series, the Iceberg series. But after yesterday's members only live, I decided that this would be more fitting. I wanted to respond to a few things that Amber said in that live, but first I'm going to be reacting to a video by Random Content named Amberlynn Reid being rude to Becky for 10 minutes. I also want to mention that
I've watched this video. It's a good video, actually. So I'm really excited to see what Beck has to say. This is going to be entertaining.
Looking into the next time I'll be able to do a live stream and hopefully have things figured out so that there are no more audio or video issues this time around. I'm aiming for next week, but keep an eye on my community tab for when I decide on a date and time. The next thing I want to discuss is a question I got in Mr. Snowflake's Q&A. You guys were asking me about someone knocking and yelling in the background in an old vlog. Unfortunately, I don't exactly remember what happened on this day, but I did receive the video from a bunch of you guys and I really appreciate it. So I wanted to watch and see what I thought it could be. Now, because I don't remember what happened this day, what I will be saying is going to be based off of what I'm hearing. So it's going to be purely speculation.
I'm excited to try this banana taffy. And then we got some more of these, which is great because we've already...
I do hear a knocking in the background and a voice that does kind of sound like Amber. To me, it sounds like Amber yelling babe, which was something that she did a lot if I was in another room or not paying attention to my phone. And sometimes she would knock on the wall if she needed to get my attention. And I can't tell if it's coming from the bedroom or the bathroom, but it's definitely one of those places.
Okay. I think for us, to me, it sounds like she, Amberlynn, is screaming, "Let me in," but I don't know. Again, this was around the time where Beck was not with us on this planet because of being on the wrong medication and being so overly medicated on the wrong medication. So we'll take that with a grain of salt.
Get into it. So, hey guys, I don't even think that's on me. There you go. Hey, baby. We're getting ready to go see Every Day, and we read this book, and I really like the concept, but there's some things that go down in it that I'm not really happy about. So I'm hoping the movie will be better, and just better representation and better character development. But yeah, I'm excited for it. So I never wanted to be in the vlogs or vlog myself, but she would hand me the camera and be like, "You're vlogging today." And if I said I didn't want to, she would say, "Well, you're working for me." And what she meant by that was she was buying food, paying the bills, and I had to earn those things. But meanwhile, I was taking care of her the whole time.
Cow, Amber.
Oh, this wasn't the time I should.
That is crazy. Beck was your girlfriend, okay? They were your partner. They weren't working for you. They were your partner. And let's be honest, Beck earned way more than you gave them, okay? We don't need to go into it. We all know what I'm talking about. Beck earned their keep. And in general, a partner does not need to earn their keep. A partner does not need to, like, earn being cared for. You know what I mean? Like, that's... Amberlynn is crazy.
Are you excited? I looked so visibly uncomfortable at the theater. She swung the camera in my face and it was so unexpected, and I just really didn't want to be on camera, and there it was. So I was just like,
Beck was always uncomfortable. It was the same with Crystal. Crystal was a lot more vocal about the fact that they did not want to be on camera. She would constantly tell Amberlynn, "Quit it, stop, get the camera off of me, or you recorded me, don't do that." And Amberlynn never respected that. Amberlynn would make it a point to record Crystal, to sneak up on Crystal, would lie to Crystal, like on video, about her not recording Crystal. I think the only reason Amberlynn didn't have much to say, even though she was still insanely disrespectful of Crystal's boundaries was because Crystal was the one taking care of Amberlynn financially. Like, Amberlynn was fully dependent on Crystal and her parents, while in this scenario, according to Amberlynn, financially, and I mean, it's true, but again, due to Amberlynn's doing, financially, Beck was under Amberlynn's control. So in Amberlynn's mind, Beck had to do whatever Amberlynn wanted because Amberlynn was paying the rent, paying for food, and I mean, that's pretty much it for Beck. So that's really crazy because we literally see this constantly in Crystal, Destiny, and Beck era of just blatant disrespect of boundaries and of what the partner asked Amberlynn. Like, very simply, like, don't record me. We saw so many inappropriate moments with Destiny. We saw in the beginning, Destiny didn't mind being recorded, but we saw that quickly change. And Amberlynn still kept forcing Destiny to be in videos. You could tell Destiny was very uncomfortable. Beck, the whole time, from the very first video we saw Beck in a video, they were extremely uncomfortable and clearly did not want to be on YouTube. It's just really sad. And it's sad to hear it come out of Beck's mouth now, even though we all kind of knew it, to like really confirm that they were uncomfortable. They did not want to be on YouTube, and Amberlynn forced that and really used Amberlynn's like financial, again, this is financial abuse, you know, like use the fact that Amberlynn was making the money, was the breadwinner in the relationship, again, due to Amberlynn, okay, because Beck didn't want that and wanted to get a job, and Amberlynn would not allow them. So, but use that as a manipulation tactic to be able to do whatever they wanted. And that's just so disturbing to have confirmation of.
Are back in business. I'm so excited. I'm too fat. Actually gonna wear that. I was so uncomfortable.
Well, yeah,
yeah, they look uncomfortable.
Do you need to make it a little bit bigger? I hated that shirt.
I hated that shirt.
Baby, you just gotta lose a little bit of weight. I know you can do it. Amber saying this to me about the fanny pack lived rent-free in my mind for a really long time.
Oh, honestly, probably one, because to have your partner say that in general is like uncomfortable. There's like better ways to have that conversation with your partner, especially if you really care about them, than to just like say that, one, in public, in general, they're in Walmart, and two, to say that on such a public platform, you know, is just like so rude. That's something that's like a conversation you have privately, especially because Beck wasn't really making, again, they didn't want to be on YouTube in general, but they weren't making their weight loss public, and the only times it was public was because Amberlynn was forcing them to make their weight loss public. But also that shit would live rent free because you have she was at this point like 550s, and like immobile, telling Beck, who definitely, and like they'll admit it themselves, like were unhealthy, like at an unhealthy weight, but still could exist normally within the world, and was taking care of the 550-pound, like almost bedridden girlfriend. And that person's gonna tell me that I have to lose weight? Girl, take a look in the mirror. Yeah, that would live rent free in my head as well.
So funny. I wanted a peach so bad. They have no peaches. They have nectarines, but I don't want a nectarine. I want a peach.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I come here. I know, it's so good.
Where are we at?
Texas Roadhouse? I'm doing this because I had a really, really bad week. Yeah, me too. We haven't been tracking. We've been eating out on the daily.
I always hated the way when Beck would be in a video with Amberlynn would almost be sitting on them. It was so weird. Like Amberlynn would always place herself in front of them, and it would look like she was putting like half her weight on Beck. It just looks uncomfortable, and I feel like this is like maybe subconscious or maybe conscious, I don't know. But like a way for Amberlynn to assert her dominance in relation to like how she puts her body to Beck, if that makes sense. Very weird.
I eat candy on the nightly. Bags of hot Cheetos, bags of Ruffles here. Chinese buffets there.
What?
I was absolutely appalled right here. I was just like, what? Excuse me?
What? Okay.
Baby, I know. She didn't know. Okay. Hello, everyone.
Here's the thing. Amberlynn did know. Crystal also would call out Amberlynn when she would say buffet. And in the Crystal era, literally said, I know it's pronounced buffet, but I like to pronounce it buffet. Because Amberlynn, again, wants to be this like perpetually unique individual. And for some reason, she thought mispronouncing words was like cute, like a personality. It just kind of furthered everyone's knowledge that you are not intellectually sound. You don't have a lot of cognitive ability going on. But Amberlynn thought it was cute and dainty.
So awkward. What do you mean? Oh, there's a dude over there. What the fuck are they?
Baby, he can't see us from here.
Okay.
But if so, I swear to God, you know, there has been times, because I used to vlog in public like a lot more. There has been times where people
Beck looks
have
out of it.
are you talking to yourself? Like I remember this one time.
And this is where I start disassociating.
You can
I would
see
do that a
it.
lot to escape from the moment. And that's another reason why I don't remember a lot of the relationship, because I would disassociate.
Sorry, y'all. I just realized I'm gonna only put it at 1.25. Okay. Also, I love this from Spirited Away. One of my favorite movies. Honestly, I love all Studio Ghibli movies. My favorite is Totoro, but Spirited Away is always a good one. I love them all, y'all. If you haven't watched them, watch them. They are like one of the most beautiful anime-esque movies ever. I just love anime in general, but Studio Ghibli,
Escape. But anyway,
Yeah.
I do seem really out of it. I think I had just started a new medication, and I was newly taking medication. I'd never taken it before.
What is your face? Is it because the sun's bright? Oh, sorry, baby. But he was like, "Are you on the phone?"
You can definitely tell that I don't feel good and I'm
Yeah.
not up for talking, but she just keeps on going.
It's also like you could see Beck says they're in pain and Amberlynn just goes, oh, I'm sorry, and then keeps going. Like Amberlynn really did not have any care or any concern for Beck whatsoever. It was the Amberlynn show, and Beck had to sit there and just be a part of it, whether they wanted to be or not. And it's really disturbing to see that.
We just woke up, you guys, and look.
She always manages to film me at my worst angles, just like maybe she's trying to make me look worse and make her look better.
We are here
Which,
to do
like,
another what?
Is first off, I don't think Beck looked bad there. Like, I think that's a really cute moment. I don't think it needed to be put up on a public platform where like thousands of people are watching. I think that's a really cute private moment. But again, Amberlynn just didn't have any concern for Beck or their boundaries or their feelings or anything. Yeah, it's again tragic.
And for you guys.
Yeah.
You excited, girl?
I mean, I gained, but it's barely anything. So, I'm not that hurt about it.
I'm not that hurt about it.
What?
What are you reading?
Wait.
No.
I actually just finished rewatching Legend of Korra, and I really
Ooh, I don't watch
am
it.
dying for a new Avatar series to come out.
How's that taste?
Y'all, side note, I really didn't like The Legend of Korra. I just realized what that was. That took me a second to process. I kind of like, it was kind of whiny to me. Obviously, the Avatar series, like, absolutely amazing. I've watched it so many times now. It's like one of my favorite series. It's beautiful. But The Legend of Korra was just kind of whiny. I couldn't get through it.
Baby, I just have to tell you how sexy you look.
I feel like crap too.
I know, her head hurts, but how does it taste?
I had a migraine all day.
Again, doesn't
Sorry.
care. Doesn't take into account what Beck says.
Oh, that was so good.
I mean,
Snap peas with yogurt. Low grade fever right now.
What is it?
Oh, she's like,
Before.
or they're
that's not too bad.
crying.
You can tell on my face that I am not feeling good at
Aw.
all. I just don't know why she was filming me at all, because I feel like in a normal relationship, people would either
Look,
go
and
into a
again-
different room and keep vlogging.
Didn't have any regard for her whatsoever. Like, it's so disturbing to see that. Like, the blatant just like, it's so clear Amberlynn did not view Beck as a human being, as like a human being or anything that deserved any type of respect or care at all. It was all about Amberlynn getting a shot, Amberlynn, like Beck said, trying to show Beck in unflattering angles, which is, again, so silly because that doesn't take away from you, Amber. Like, you're still a 500-pound woman. You're still an abuser. You're still someone who, like, treats everyone around her like crap. So, like, show unflattering angles of Beck. It just shows more about you, not them. You know, everyone can look unflattering. Everyone has unflattering angles. So that doesn't really say anything about that person. It says something about the person that's willing to post that, like a person that they're supposedly they love and care about in that way. You know, like I would never show my significant other in a bad light on a public platform. Of course, like it's fun to like have those little things like between you two and like you take unflattering angles and it's something you two laugh about. But like to put that on a public platform where like thousands of people are watching it is just so gross.
Or would just stop altogether to check on their partner.
Yeah. She's still sick.
I'm very sick.
She ended up going to the doctor and it's just sinuses stuff and she's on antibiotics.
It's just sinus. So it's Amberlynn saying, get over it, drive me around, you're not that sick, it's just this. Like, it's so dismissive. Meanwhile, Amberlynn, like, right now is going through a 5-month-long relationship breakup and expects all of us to just, like, have bleeding hearts for her, you know? Like, it's crazy how she expects the world from everyone else around her, the most understanding and patience and sadness and care for her, but she's never shown that to anyone on her channel. And then she wonders why people don't care about her, why people don't offer her any grace. It's because you've never offered anyone on your channel that same respect.
Hey, just to calm down.
Yeah, it's all contained. I still get like weird.
So I'm feeling really bad, really rough. I have had hardly any sleep last night. I just kept having to sit up and it was rough. But that's why I wasn't in the last weigh-in video because I was extremely sick and I just stayed in the bed. That's what I was told to do. So
do you feel better to go out today and stuff? Because I mean, I can always go myself.
I mean, I don't feel good, but I don't want.
How is she gonna go out by herself, Amber? How are you gonna go out by yourself? You can't get an Uber. You don't drive. You can't walk to anywhere. So how are you gonna go by yourself? That was her trying to sound like she cared. That was as much like as she could fake caring about Beck at that moment. But it's bullshit because obviously, like as soon as that camera turned off, it's you're going to take me. Or I'm sure before this, Amberlynn said, I don't care how you feel, you're taking me. It's only a sinus infection. You're going to do what I want to do. Because again, you're my employee. Like, I don't understand how Beck lasted so long in this relationship.
This part of the vlog was completely planned. She told me basically what to say before we started filming because she knew that I looked visibly sick and that I didn't want to go. But there was no possible way for her to go on her own, so I had to go regardless. But she wanted it to seem for the vlog that going was my choice or that I even had the option to stay home. But in reality, I felt awful and just didn't want to go, so we should have waited for another day.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I feel much better now. I think that was just me being weird. Awkward. I literally feel like I've been kicked in the ribs because I've coughed so much.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
Becky is squinting hardcore. I mean, I kind of am too because the sun is in front of us, but it's just better lighting. I really hope we're both in frame for this.
It was miserable.
Like, I remember in January when Becky and I were trying to lose weight, like, I would cook all the meals myself.
She didn't really like my food.
I mean, we're kind of eating similar things, but, like, she's trying to focus on her own type of eating, and I'm trying to focus on my own type of eating. I can help you cut calories. It's really not as hard as people make it seem.
Amber.
I think it's just because I've been doing it for so long. That's my thing. Because I remember when I first started years and years ago, it was definitely confusing. But it's just like...
It's not confusing.
I probably just have elevator music in my head at that point. Trying to clean, which I haven't barely done, and trying to fix our fan because our fan is crapped out. I'm devastated here. I cannot sleep without a fan.
You definitely need that fan.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to use it tomorrow. There's no way.
I wonder if it was to like drown out the sounds of Amberlynn, because I can't imagine Amberlynn is a quiet sleeper. She has sleep apnea. It was confirmed, and then later on, Amberlynn decided to retract that and pretend like we don't remember her telling us that it was confirmed she had sleep apnea. But I'm sure it was very loud sleeping next to Amberlynn. On top of the fact that Amberlynn probably puts out so much heat because of her size, and it probably got really hot sleeping next to her every night. And also, she probably just didn't, like, Beck probably didn't have so much room in that bed. Like, think about Amberlynn lying down and all of that spreading out. Like, I'm sure Beck was left with not as much space as they would be comfortable with.
Is it where you're plugging it in? It just doesn't work anywhere.
I'm very stressed. Can you tell? I'm trying to clean up the back of it with your tweezers because I don't have the right tools to get it open. That's what I've been sitting there doing. So that's it for this video. Cool. This isn't the only video of its kind, but I picked this one because it is a bit shorter. But I do hope that you enjoyed the things that I had to say about it. And now I just want to jump into my reaction to Amber's most recent Amber's Only Live. Cool. I didn't want to make a standalone video to respond because it really didn't deserve one. All I have to say is this. An apology is not public when it's behind a paywall. An apology is not an apology when you call me a liar and insult me in the same breath. You say that I'm making these videos for money and that I'm not telling the truth, and you wish that I wasn't saying these things publicly. Meanwhile, you shamed me and exploited me publicly for many years. That's why I won't keep my story private, because it was never private. And yes, it is my story to tell, and I am going to tell it how I want to tell it. I've been as respectful as I can be while still sharing my story with people who were there as it played out. I haven't mentioned a lot of things because they are embarrassing for everyone involved and private. But being embarrassed isn't a reason to claim something is a lie when it isn't. You said that reaction channels see me as all good now because I'm against you. But while they've been nice, they've also had very valid criticisms about me in my past, especially while with you. And nobody sees me as all good because I don't want them to, and I never have been. I've made many mistakes, and I will probably...
That's never, like, that's not a natural way to feel about someone. Like, to view someone as all good or all bad is not natural. Like, even with all of Amberlynn's crap that she's done, and like, I don't think Amberlynn is a good person by any means, when there's something to like congratulate her on or to like think positively on, like, it's said by most reaction channels. Most reaction channels will give Amberlynn credit where it's due. Just like most people will tell Beck that they're in the wrong when they're in the wrong. Like, no one has just like views Beck as like an angel, because they did crappy things in the past publicly and they were called out for it. The difference, again, like I stated before, is that Beck takes accountability and owns up to the crap that they did. Amberlynn will never take accountability for her actions. Even when she tried to feign taking accountability, she didn't take accountability. That's why people don't F with Amberlynn, because she perpetually plays the victim and acts as though she is always this high and mighty correct individual and everyone else around her is just flawed. And that's just never the case.
Continue to make more mistakes, but I've put in the work and tried really hard to change and be better. You have not changed, and I'm definitely not going to be sending you a private message because I don't care to get that apology from you, and I certainly don't want to talk to you. An apology without change or accountability has no meaning, and that's all I have to say to you. I want to thank everyone who emailed me and sent in fan art of things that I like and things that they like, and it was really awesome, really good. I loved everything that everyone sent me, and I'm really appreciative of it. Some people even drew me, which is so neat and unexpected, and I appreciate it so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.
Oh, fine. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's good. Huh. Oh, that's good too. Okay, Beck's got some talented individuals drawing her. That's cute as hell. Sorry, them. Y'all, I'm sorry. Okay, well, that was an interesting video. I kind of hope that Beck does more. I would love to see Beck try to give more detail as to what was going on, because I feel like we all have an idea, but it would be nice to have some of it more confirmed. But the fact that they confirmed that a lot of the times they were playing elevator music in their head or dissociating is very interesting, because a lot of the audience were saying that at the time that these were being uploaded, that Beck looked extremely dissociated, didn't look like they wanted to be there, looked like they were just ignoring Amberlynn while they would talk. And it's interesting to have that confirmed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!